What's up, everybody? How are you doing? Are you feeling this energy? We have a big burst of fire and water. First of all, Mars, who had been in a very lengthy retrograde, 11 weeks, I believe, in Cancer, has stationed to go direct. So forward movement in the Martian masculine energy. On top of all of that, we have been getting a lot of energy coming in from the sun. We had an X-class solar flare yesterday, many high M-class flares throughout the night and into today. Personally, I've been awake since 3:30 a.m. this morning, and it is now 5-something p.m. Eastern time. So I want to tap into the energy. I don't even really need the cards to tell you what is going on energetically. A lot. And there's a lot more than just Mars, but let's just focus on Mars and what we've been working with, because we're picking up, and this retrograde really activated the last eclipse season from last year, which was September through November, that energy. We're currently in a new eclipse season, but we are wrapping up the old eclipse cycle. So that's a big theme. Mars in Cancer. It's very frustrating. Something wants to be resolved within ourselves. Again, something may have been activated within you last year between September and November. Remember the powerful energy of the Scorpio energy specifically that I'm remembering. Something that's been difficult to handle emotionally, either our own emotional behavior or putting up with another person's abusive behavior for too long. Suppressed anger with things that we've stayed silent with for too long, things that we've tried to avoid. A lot of that's coming back to life, right? Mars in Cancer is reopening something that we thought was over and done with. What's happening is we're having two very big cycles, cycle the past that we're clearing, merging with this current timeline that we're in. So we really have to wrap up a lot of the things from the past before we can move forward in our new timeline, our new energy, our new direction. Oh, interesting. We've got some cardinals at the window. Cardinal energy. Let's see here. Yeah, Mars in Cancer is reopening something we thought was over and done with. And this work we must do within ourselves and not project it outward or suppress it or deny it outlet. This is all about emotional maturity, emotional healing, and our health, and really helping us to gain more emotional strength. Cancer, Mars is in Cancer, will be in Cancer until April 18th. Cancer, the ruler is the moon, the mother. We're working with the inner child here. We're working with our roots, childhood and childhood traumas, suppressed anger from childhood surface in order for us to heal, clear, purify. This retrograde that we were working with between January 6th and February 23rd in Cancer. Now, Mars is in retrograde in Leo prior to that, but let's just stick with the current energy. Powerful time. It's a powerful time to do emotional healing, to grow, to evolve, to mature emotionally, recognize our own immature behavior, our patterns, our projections in relationships, decisions that we've made on emotional patterns of the past, recognizing our mother wounds, family issues that we've carried and projected around, all around us. There's a lot of emotional floods. So right now, with Mars stationing, we're beginning to see the results if you have been doing this inner work. Through that retrograde passage, you will be seeing a new and improved version of you, more emotionally mature. It's a big theme. It's an emotional journey for all of us. And it is also a huge chunk of the 2025 transformational energy that we're working with. This year is huge. All outer planets changing signs. This has never happened. So we are in a huge transitional and transformational time, and it starts with this Mars energy. So let's get some cards. I definitely can resonate. I've had a lot of outbursts, emotional outbursts, just internally with myself. There have been triggers, people projecting things onto me. I've had to process my anger, and then the deeper inner child wounds that surface. Once you get through the crack, the anger, the rage is the outer layer, and it's sort of a cover emotion for deeper grief, sorrow, sadness that we really want to purify and heal and clear. So with all that said, let's just get a few cards. I hope that you're all doing well. Let's stay in alignment with this energy. It's really wavy, it's really choppy, it's really intense, but it's also a beautiful time to work on our healing. And you could be saying, I've already been here before, I've already done that. Yeah, we're wrapping up last year's eclipse cycles, which go deeper. This is past lives, even past lives, past trauma from our past lives, ancestral wounds. They're meeting up with this current timeline, and we have got to go through that portal. This is an opportunity. It doesn't feel good. I'm going to admit it's not fun. It's not comfortable, but knowing the bigger picture of, oh, this is actually taking me to my higher timeline. It's important for us to look at ourselves, deeply look at ourselves and how we project blame, how we project our patterns of our family and our deep childhood, inner childhood wounds. I already mentioned all that. I'm talking fast because there's a lot of fast moving energy that I'm picking up right now, and I want to ride this stream because there's also been a lot of Pisces energy that has had me down for the count, but with good reason. I've done a lot of traveling in these last few days, and I'm not talking, getting on an airplane. I have been astral traveling. I have been actually meeting up with the team of light, and more so. It's been powerful. It's been amazing, but it required a lot of clearing for me and a lot of surrendering. So some of you may be also doing some out-of-body traveling. It's pretty amazing. But we have a lot of static we have to go through first. It starts like going through the darkness, and there's a portal. There's many windows. I was shown all of these openings and the spiral of time, and wow, it's amazing. There's a lot of energy. So hang in there, everybody. Do the work. Pay attention to your behaviors, your patterns, how you feel. It's important to feel through this, but it's deep. It's worth it. So let's get a message for us all. I do plan on going live later on this week and connecting with all of you on YouTube. We have the Eight of Swords. Many of you may be, and this is that Pisces energy, you may be trying to bypass this. There's a lot of spiritual bypassing going on, and that new age, new cage stuff isn't going to work. It's not going to work, and you'll get very frustrated. It's frustrating energy, and try not to project blame. It's important not to check out, not to bypass, not to escape. I'm also hearing escapism. Alcohol, drugs, television, the internet, gambling, gaming, you name it. A way to check out and not actually feel your feelings. Many of us have had the stinger. We've been zapped for a reason. It's to crack us open, to grow, evolve. We're in an evolutionary process right now. So pay attention. What are you doing? Are you bypassing? Are you escaping? Can't escape for long. Really, this energy will stay with you until you take it within. It'll take you down, the devil. Yeah, again, What are those patterns? What are those coping mechanisms that you've always used to bypass and not feel the hard stuff, not go deep within and meet your inner child and your inner child wounds? This is, again, addictions, codependency patterns. What has held you in an old paradigm, in an old version, in a small version of yourself for this lifetime? We are at the tipping point of actually having the opportunity to meet our higher self and our higher timeline and ride that wave. But if you're not taking a look at and doing that purification process, that healing, that releasing of the old, and you're spinning around in old mechanisms, that's quite the whirlpool I'm hearing, of the whirlwind. Round and round and round we go. Here we go again. Stop yourself. Relax into the energy. There's nothing you have to do except for pay attention to how you're feeling. The universe is knocking on your door one way or the other. Okay. And it's saying, you know, would you like to grow? Would you like to evolve? Would you like to merge onto your highest timeline? 9 of Cups. What about your hopes, your wishes, your dreams? In order to get there, we've got to release the escapism, the bypassing, the dissociation, the checking out. Trust me, I know. I had to actually... Oh, there we go. There we go, collective. 10 of Swords. Don't be afraid of these cards. This is the process. We've been here before. We've done this. Yes, we've done this multiple times. This one is big. This wave is big. This year is big. It's transformational. And we can get swept into the old. But trust me, you don't want to be there. The old. Take a look at the bigger picture. Take a look around the world. We don't fit in there anymore. We never did. And it's important. It's important to take a look at how are you talking? What's your negative self-talk? This is rock bottom. And a lot of us do have to hit rock bottom before we open up and find that the bottom opens up. And we're free. Once again, sovereign, clear. Do we have anything else that we want to... Okay, we're going to just pull a quick one from the Starseed and wrap this up. I know it's difficult. I know it's hard. I've been there. I spent yesterday screaming, cussing, yelling at the universe, and then that cracked open my rage, went into the deep-seated grief and sorrow that I didn't realize was still there, that needed to be purified. And then I was allowed to travel to meet the guides and see my dad. My dad's boat was just stolen. That was one of the triggers. My light is flickering. Interesting. There's a lot of energetics. You may have a lot of interesting things going on with technology right now. Stay grounded. Definitely stay grounded. And if you are doing any kind of spiritual bypassing, this is going to show you that those ways don't work. They will not work. This is a whole new energy field that we are in. And it is very reflective, and it is actually going to be carrying us into the new energy. But we've been sold, a lot of people have been sold an old story, a quick fix. It's easy. Manifestation. If anything seems too easy or too fast, it's a gimmick. Don't check out. Do the hard work, which is letting go of the past. Feeling the feelings. We got to get into those feelings for the release point. We're revisiting things that, you know, may not even logically make sense, because a lot of it is even linked to past lives. There's fears that are creeping up. I just got another notice for solar weather. The 7-star sisters, birthing creation, tapestry of life, expression. This is Pleiadian energy. And they want to let you know that they are here. We are here, they're saying. We're here. We're holding you. We're supporting you. This is birth. This is the hard labor of birthing new creations. We're getting to the true expression of the human, of you, of your soul. Connect to your true nature. Because otherwise, technology is going to try to connect to that. And we have the natural technology that is going to take us forward in life. Let's read it from the book really quickly. I feel like this is a big message for somebody, for all of you out there, for all of us, 7-star sisters. There are new creations that want to be born, beauty that's yearning to be woven, new consciousness that's longing to be breathed into life. If you draw this card, you're being called to surrender to these creations, to usher in a new era of consciousness and do your bit in the weaving the web of life. This is the card of the artist and the midwife. You're being called to ponder questions. What wants to be birthed through you? What new creations are whispering in your ear? What beauty are you being called to make? Creativity and intuition come from the same sacred place. They occur when we find ourselves flowing with the rest of life. Earth is renowned as a planet of manifestation and creativity, and yet so many of us have forgotten how to create. Somewhere along the way, we stopped seeing ourselves as the artists, as creatives, as poets. Yet to be human, it is to be creative. Creativity is part of your true nature. Perhaps you're being called to surrender to a creative project. Or perhaps you're being called to weave beauty into your home, or the way you look, or the way you cook, sorry. Regardless of the end result, you're being called to express yourself through your creativity, to surrender to the creative projects that both scare and excite you, to find a way to weave beauty back into everyday life. For there is creativity, spirit, and soul. Where there's creativity, spirit and soul are present. And the world needs those qualities now more than ever before. Listen to the 7-star sisters. And in order to really birth these new creations, we've got to go through the hard stuff. So if you feel like you're having a meltdown, you're at rock bottom, you're finding out that you're picking up old patterns, or you're stuck in an old behavior, you're checking out, escaping, dissociating, finding, and we're also playing out past versions of ourselves, smaller versions of ourselves. It's time to break out of that. So that's the message for us all today. I hope that you found this to be helpful for you. There's so much love and support for us all. Trust that. Trust the process. Sending you all so much love. Take care. Bye.